Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, and I must say thank you. The gun fund is growing. I am going to probably go pick up my weapon of choice next week. Well, I take that back. This is California. I can't pick it up, but I can pay for it. Because here, I don't know if it's like that in other places, but there's a cool down period. They say it's like 2 to 3 weeks where you have to wait to get your gun. Plus they do a background check. Whatever, I'm not worried about that shit. But how come I can step over the border to any other state except for garbage ass Oregon, and I could damn near have a fucking rocket launcher? What's the difference? Are the people different in Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Nevada? No, they're not different. Our whack-ass government is different. They have this thing here, they're going to start having to get the real ID in order to travel and purchase ammunition and shit. Why? That's just another layer of bureaucracy. That's just another way for them to stick another hand in our wallet and take more money. And why is there a cool down period to buy a handgun and not a rifle? Would somebody not be just as dead if you used a rifle instead of a handgun? Because that poor pregnant lady who was murdered in Salinas a couple weeks ago, the guy didn't use a gun there, and she's just as dead. Fucking stupid, convoluted, confusing, red-taped California. So sick of this shit. So anyway, don't you worry, people. You will see the fruits of your investment. I will be doing an unboxing for the latest member of my family. I'm excited. I want you guys to see it because, like I said, if I'm not protecting my family, what the fuck am I doing? Now, on to I shouldn't even look up, the person of the year, Greta Thurgengugen. She is in a bit of hot water. See, this is probably the one and only good thing about this ultra leftist commie socialist bullshit, this PC I'm offended machine, is that even somebody at its forefront, even one of its biggest and most famous talking heads, if they say anything wrong, that very machine will turn on them and devour them. So Greta the Great, she was giving a speech, and she did, I guess, a literal translation from Swedish into English. She calls it Swinglish, where she said, our leaders should be put against a wall. What? Are you advocating for violence? Are you saying these leaders who don't bow to your will of climate change horseshit should be shot? That's what that means. When you say line them up against the wall, what the fuck else could that mean? That means somebody's getting a cigarette and a blindfold and it's over. So of course she took to the almighty Twitter and said, no, that's not what I meant. It was in Swedish, putting someone against the wall means holding them accountable. Well, you need to get somebody to check your speech or your teleprompter or whatever before you start talking. Because in 99% of the world, putting them against the wall means a firing squad and somebody's getting killed. So coincidentally, she says, well, you know what? I think I'm going to be home for Christmas, and then I'm going to take a little break after this. I need a break. Not only you, we need a break too from the dumb shit that comes out of your mouth. Your parents are assholes and idiots for doing this to you. She has Asperger's. Those people usually have issues with social settings. So what do her parents do? They thrust her into the biggest social setting in the world. Thanks. But yet you want to turn it on Trump saying he's picking on a kid. Then don't put her out here. If you don't want her to get attacked by sharks, don't dip her in blood and then float her out in the ocean. Stupid. Now, speaking of stupid, Let's have another slice of this hypocrisy pie, shall we? So this dumbass Antonio Brown, I'm not sure if you're up on this, but he let his mouth talk him out of $30+ million. He's wrapped up in some allegations of sexual assault. To be completely honest, the accusations from the girl sound kind of weird. You can look the story up. But anyway, he's under investigation and he hasn't played in I don't know, a couple months. He's been sidelined. So with all this time, what do they say about the devil? Idle hands are the devil's playground. Well, an idle person is a moron's playground. This idiot, what did he do? He took to Twitter. And he's a few times, he said dumb shit. Oh, I apologize, I'm sorry. Then he says some more dumb shit. Oh, I apologize, I'm sorry. So his latest one is, he says, no white women in 2020. Because I guess the woman who's accusing him of this is white. Now, here's why I have a problem. You know damn good and well if that was a white NFL player and he said no black women for 2020. Come the fuck on. Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, his phone on his fucking nightstand in the middle of the night. You won't believe what this fucking dude said. The NFL owner would have to chime in on it, and the coach would have to talk about it. Those comments do not reflect the beliefs of blah, blah, blah. His teammates would be interviewed about it. The NFL would have to fucking let him go. People will be calling for his head on a pitchfork. But because Antonio Brown's stupid ass is draped in enough layers of victimhood, nobody is going to say shit. You know how, like at the end of an action movie, they're always sitting on the bumper of an ambulance wrapped in a green wool blanket? Well, Antonio Brown is wrapped in his green wool blanket of victimhood. He's colored. And as we know, colored people are always presented as the Fabergé eggs of ethnicities. Be very careful, be very quiet. Treat them like a sleeping colicky baby. You don't want to wake them up. Shh. Walk light. Don't ring the doorbell. Shh, quiet. He's colored. And if you've listened or watched more than a handful of my videos, you know I can't stand that shit. It makes us look weak. I am not fucking weak. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Just don't touch me and we'll be good. Give a damn about no words. I grew up with an older brother. You know how much I got teased? Man, I don't give a shit what anybody says, but my problem lies in the hypocrisy. If a white NFL player said that, it wouldn't even stay in the confines of sports. That greasy lip bitch Donna Lamone would be talking about it. Ricky Maddow would be talking about it. They'd march out all their special ops slave catchers. They would be talking about it. What was it, Michael Clark Dyson, whatever the fuck that idiot who says a bunch of damn words that don't mean shit, he would be running his mouth. They probably dust off Al Sharptongue's Hepcades, looked like he died 3 months ago looking ass. He'd have something to say about it. It would be a big fucking ordeal over nothing. Now, is Antonio Brown a racist asshole? Apparently, if you don't like someone based on their race. But if that were oh man, come on! We already know how this fucking story ends. It'd be all over every damn news outlet, all your news feeds, people be talking about that shit. I can't fucking stand that. I don't need no special treatment. I don't need you to lower the bar. I don't need you to hand me a stool to get over the fucking wall. I got this. Just let me line up the same place as everybody else, and I will end up where I end up. Like, why are people not appalled by this? Why are all these people I just named who would be freaking out if some white dude said it, why aren't they just as freaked out and loud about the hypocrisy of it? Let some white dude say that shit. Oh, man. The fucking earth would stop spinning. He'd be denounced by everybody. He'd lose his fucking endorsements, everything. He'd be stripped. He'd be kicked out of the NFL. They'd take his livelihood and everything. Fucking kids probably wouldn't even talk to him. I can't stand that dumb shit. And you think because she's white, she leveled those accusations against you? What about all those black women in your life? What about the 5 baby mamas you have that let you get on top of them and squirt your sideways swimming sperm inside of them? You think they didn't do you dirty? They allowed you to create 5 lives that you don't even fucking care about? I don't give a shit what anybody says. You got 5 baby mamas. How the fuck do you spend adequate time with your kids? And they live in 5 different houses, probably in different cities and different states. How are you giving your kids the quality time that they need from you? Because that's what kids need and want, is our time. How do you spread that between up to 5 different locations, you fucking idiot? You did this to yourself. You shouldn't have been doing fucked up shit to that woman, and you wouldn't be in this situation. Now, like I said, it's kind of weird. I don't know where exactly the flirtation stopped and the accusations began. But whatever situation you're in, you did that to yourself. You're the reason you're sitting there with enough time on your hands to type this stupid shit on Twitter. You fucking dummy. Forget no white women in 2020. How about no Antonio Brown in 2020? You fucking dumbass. But they won't say anything because he's draped in his green cotton blanket. I'm sorry, his green wool blanket. Uh-oh, you talked about a black person in cotton. Here we go. He's draped in his green wool blanket of victimhood, so you can't touch him. Pew! That shit's bulletproof. Fucking ridiculous, man. Let me get the fuck out of here and hop in this last leg of my rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Please help me to stay independent. Get your $1.29 Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.